Upon entering the church, I was welcomed with a smile by the usher. However, I still chose to sit at the back of the church because I felt slightly out of place attending a mass I had never been to before. In terms of hospitality, the program and book of Psalms were easily found in the pew in front of each seat and made the mass easier to follow. However, I did get the impression that I was one of only few people who did not attend this mass regularly. As I looked around, the congregation was mostly upper-class white people, and I made note that everyone was well-dressed and of an older age. Participation levels seemed on the lower end, as there was not an overwhelming sense of involvement during responsorial psalms. If you listen to the video, you mostly only hear the choir and cantor singing, apart from a few active members of the congregation. However, spoken responses seem to include more voices. As for my personal participation, I did have difficulty following along to certain parts of the Mass, but when I decided to ask an usher, he was more than willing to help me find my place in the book and program to help me catch back up. The acoustics in this church were favorable. I felt the music filled the space, and it was easy to understand what they were singing. Overall, the musical experience felt far more traditional than what I am used to hearing in Mass. Although I think I usually relate better to more contemporary music, I enjoyed hearing something different for a change. For me, the most notable parts of attending this Mass was the placement of the priest, who was slightly elevated above us all. It made me slightly uncomfortable as it made me feel he was above us. I am also not used to such a large church in general, and noticed how much it affected the sound of the music as it bounced off the walls and tall ceilings. The conclusion of this video shows multiple clips of music that stood out to me personally, including the intricate and polyphonic piece I enjoyed. The polyphony music really drew my attention in particular because the level of skill it sounded like it required. Prior to this Mass, I was used to music played in local churches by me, which never seemed to even attempt close to this level of difficulty in music.